bro.
No, for real.
That's real shit though, bro.
Yeah.
I copied and paste so much shit, bro. I don't even remember studying that much in college. But shit, you got through that shit though.
Had to.
And now you're on to the music, my boy. So what has been the experience like trying to break into this shit? Like in this time of age when the world is changing so fast right now, things are not the same. We hitting another economic shift, you know what I mean? So how are things coming now trying to break out through a pandemic time almost, you know?
It's interesting. I mean, it's a great question because it's difficult. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's definitely difficult based on sort of how stuff is. But I feel like as an artist, you just gotta. I was in a space where it was like I was trying to get to a certain point, and like it depends on what you define success as an artist. You know what I mean? Like you can want to blow up and have millions of dollars off the music, or you can just be happy with like an audience of people who listen to your shit and fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
big facts.
so it really just depends on your perspective on it. But I feel like trying to make it right now, or like trying to like be successful and like get, you know what I'm saying, that you want to grow at the end of the day, right? So achieving that is like, it's definitely difficult, but I feel like it just comes with it. You know what I mean? It's like, for me personally, I feel like that shit damn near like took away like my passion for like music, you know, because once you come in, it's like, oh, I like music and like this and the third, but once you actually try to like get into the business, you're like, oh, like this is
a
like
whole nother side
right,
to this
like
beast,
what the fuck is all this?
It ain't just all fun and games.
Right. It's not about dropping music and then, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a lot to it, but.
And it's a lot harder these days too, because there's so many more artists that come out all the time.
But I feel like nowadays it's also but it's also like an even playing field. Like everybody kind of has equal opportunity to like.
But that make it harder to be seen though, because when it playing field is even, say like we take like the 80s and 90s and shit like that, even the early 2000s.
Yeah,
you had to pretty much go through like a boot camp in a certain ways to get to the majors. You got to go through, you know what I mean, the groundswell, trying to build up, going and doing shows for free in places that you ain't hear about. Then you meet somebody that could put you on with maybe like some type of manager or promoter that could get you on the radio or with the right producers.
It was definitely like more of a formula back then.
It was more of a format, but it weaved out who really wanted to do this shit and who was just trying to get clout, you know, real fast, that instant gratification almost. Like today, you could get instant gratification, but you're losing a lot of the lessons along the way of actually when you get there, you know what to do when you get there. You know what I mean?
100%.
But
100%.
It's definitely give or take though, man. I'm always fascinated with, you know, how artists are trying to navigate through all this shit these days.
It's interesting because I feel like one thing I always wanted to do was like pay attention to how people do it. Like I follow like all my favorite artists, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of ways to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm not gonna say that I have it figured out, you know what I mean? But it's like I just see what people do and it's like there's ways to get it done, you know what I mean? I feel like it just kind of comes with just having the passion for it and wanting to kind of, you know, just stick through it damn near.
Like, speaking of your favorite artists, who were the artists that you were growing up to listening to, especially coming from H-Town, man? I gotta have
the thing is, I'm from Nigeria, so I claim Houston because Houston is where I've lived in, it's where my family lives, you know what I mean? But I was born in Nigeria. I lived like till I was 12 in Nigeria.
Gotcha. That's
so I speak the language
though.
And everything. So I mean, I like a lot of different type of music. You know what I mean? Yeah. But hip hop wise, I mean, I make like rap and like R&B type music. It's definitely been a wide variety. Drake, obviously, like Travis, and like Don. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of. I really like music where I feel like people are bringing something new to it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everything's damn near been done. You know, in a way. So it's like I always definitely just like to. Just hear something different, you know what I'm saying? Like something that's like.
Do you get into like the sounds of your native country, I guess you could say, because it's popping over there, bro.
It is. Afrobeat.
They got a lot of artists coming out of there that I love, bro. That's really like
100%
blazing shit right now.
That's a great question. This is like exclusive. I definitely want to tap into like the Afrobeats. To date, I haven't done no like Afrobeat music, you know what I mean? So I've been like rap, R&B. But I mean, like I said, I'm from there. Like I speak the language. Like you know what I mean. Like I literally.
Man, you got to incorporate.
Right. So it's like I definitely like as an artist, I feel like I'm growing and like even like figuring out what I do want to make and like that kind of stuff. Like you go through like this phase of like just kind of making music that's like about whatever. But now I want to make my music a little bit more like really me. You know what I mean? Because there's no real like get rich scheme or nothing like that. It's really just kind of like just me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I definitely want to definitely tap into that. And I got some music coming though, definitely on that.
Man, for sure. It's blazing over there though. Over there in the Caribbean popping too though. It's like a lot of always always wanted to bring like a dance hall to Austin or something like that. I don't know how per se, but I know it's a lot of African and Caribbean influence down here, but you just don't see it as much, you know what I mean, in this city, especially not as much as you do see in Houston though, or even in San Antonio, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, that should be a dope look though, man. Like definitely tap into that.
I feel like there isn't really a huge Nigerian or African population in Austin. There is some. It's definitely starting.
It's not huge. I wouldn't say that,
but it's definitely like worldwide. I feel like globally, it's becoming a thing. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's only right that I like at least try to tap into it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like not Nigerian per se, but I know Ethiopian. They got a nice population. Eritrea.
Yeah, it's a lot of different. It's a lot of different
like
countries.
Here and in Cameroon as well too. Cameroon, my homeboy that was just here. Yeah,
I know a lot of Cameroonians out here.
Like half this shop or whatever be friend with Cameroon people. Like that's what.
Shout out LV, man.
I'm around that all day long, bro. But yeah, bro, it's a beautiful culture over there, man. Like I'm trying to go over there. Like